Hello, what's up? What's popping? What's going on? And this is Moon. It's Cam's astrology. This is Moon and I can't stand this thing. There we go. Moon and Taurus in the ninth house. And this is the kind of this produces the kind of Will Smith energy. Will Smith kind of mind. If you follow him or you're a fan of him, whatever you want to call it, he travels a lot. He travels a lot. He knows a lot of people. He's one of my icons. Um, but that's the kind of energy that we're talking about here. That's the kind of mind this person is. They travel a lot. They're into travel. They're into expanding. He's very learned, right? He's very knowledgeable about a lot of shit, and he utilizes it. He knows a thing or two, to say the least, about a lot of different cultures that's out there, different ethics and morals, ninth house things. He's known all over the world. 11th house. So that's why I used him as an example. So peace of mind. These people have to be. It comes. It suffers or it is gained by doing simple things with people of different cultures, or that's these people's philosophy. That's also the ninth house, and Taurus is here, so that's where peace of mind comes in when they their philosophy is simplicity, and to which they can, that is affected, or they go towards those things, make those things happen. That's where the peace of mind comes in. Like, they don't need to be extra, right? They don't need, it's not a need for them, which is also the moon. It's your needs, and chances are, if you have a need for something, there is an emotion attached to it or connected to it somehow. And the point I wanted to make with the moon and in general is something I want to share. I'm not I don't know everything. I'm learning every day. I'm just a regular person. It's just astrology is not that regular, if you can agree. It's not I don't want to say regular, but it's not, it's a cult. It's an eighth house thing. It's not, society for the most part. Like, what the hell? Astrology, you weird. Something wrong with you. I don't fuck with that. You know what I mean? That's for those people. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with, this is just my take. I'm just sharing with y'all what I've experienced, what I've seen. That there's nothing wrong with being connected to something or somebody. But the second you attach yourself to that person or thing, or whatever it is, or you feel like you're attached to them, it's bad, man. It's bad, because you're gonna lose it. You're gonna lose. That's the truth. That's the truth in it all. Everything and everybody we have at one point, we're gonna lose it. And if you attach yourself to anything or anybody, you're gonna feel like a piece of you is lost now. And it's hard to get that shit back. I've seen it. I've done it. Please do not try not to attach yourself to anything or anybody. Love that person with everything in you. Nothing wrong with that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying don't have a connection to what or whoever in question. But when you attach yourself to something, you look at the word attach. You have binded yourself to something that you're going to lose. Just sharing with y'all. Just sharing what I've done, what I've seen. So back to Moon and Taurus in the ninth house. Yeah, peace of mind comes like when these people are. They could be they like to, for example, if you're reading on something, it's of a simple nature, it's of a natural nature, like reading on pottery, reading like a philosophy, not a philosophy, like an encyclopedia of pottery or something like that. When people are doing those things and do those things like that, when they're expanding their horizon, something that they weren't aware of or didn't know or didn't experience before, when they go towards like just towards rule things, that's where the peace of mind comes in. When these people are involved with other people and they're discussing simplicity, they might get simplicity from another culture. Peace of mind comes in there. But when these people, when these things are somehow either taken away from you or somehow they might be damaged or something like that, and the peace of mind suffers. For this placement, these people have to continuously expand their horizon. They have to continually travel, if not physically, mentally, not mentally, your soul, like astral travel. I know that's more like 12th house things, but this is the house of travel. Not just, traveling one way. I was thinking about something to share with y'all. For example, if you're reading a book, like I said, on pottery, some kind of story about pottery, right? That's for this example. And they're reading, and their minds, you could be so into a book that your mind, like you travel, you're not in that room, you're not in that space no more. You go into that book, you smell the air, you smell the pottery, you can hear the lawnmower, whatever going on in the book. That's what I mean by like mental travel, for example. And that's this kind of people have to keep at that. They need something like that. So activities, the 11th house coming to the 9th house. 11th house is, and this is a Dhana Yoga, Dhana Yoga, Yoga. It's a wealth giving combination. And 11th house things is the incoming, like your money that's coming into your life. The 9th house is expansion of horizons. You put those together. These people earn money by expanding their horizons. The horizon. Through that travel I was talking about. When you can take your mind or your body somewhere else than where it was, something that you learn, something that you think, it's probably going to come through a thought, because it's the moon, right? It's going to come through a thought or some feeling when you go to the other place, and you're going to somehow activate something to where you thought of a new way to bring in money. Every time you're involved with other people, your friends, not, you could say friends, but more so people who share something, a common interest with you. A common interest could be traveling. Common interest could be another culture, exploring other cultures, different ethics, somebody else's way of thinking, of believing, of how they move, how they live. That's something that happens. That could be a similar interest you have with those people, a different way of life. Emotions come out. Since the moon is in Taurus, I mean, the emotions are gonna be expressed in the same way, but they're gonna come out mostly through, like I said, when you're involved with other cultures, when you expand when you travel via body, mind, soul, you travel. And then aspects, the 3rd house. And remember, because of what's going on in one house, for the moon aspects, the 3rd house will be affected. Your communication, what you have to say, the way you connect with people, because the travel you did, it affects your communication. Like you might pick up another, what is it called? accent. Perfect example. Um, your relationship to your mother. And the mother could have well been someone who travels a lot. Travels a lot, maybe um, for business. Like it could have been her job somehow related to bringing money in. She's somehow involved with other cultures, ninth house things. Travel philosophy could be a philosophy teacher, some kind of teacher, lecturer. What do you call it? Philosopher, professor somehow. Um, and so if you have this, it's an excellent placement. Again, it's a very public placement. Stay with something that is continuously, like, you keep expanding your mind, especially the mind, because the moon is right here. Keep expanding your mind. Um, uh, um, but if you want to get a idea as to how to get the best out of this placement, follow Will Smith or look up, research him. Right. You know, watch some of his videos on YouTube or something like that. Just familiarize yourself a little bit about his energy, because that's the energy of this placement. And if you have this, if people want to see the world, they want to it is necessary for a stable ass mind, a stable emotional life. Peace.